Rock, tonight you have a heck of a tall order ahead of you because you're in a handicap match against two men, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, as ordered by Commissioner Regal. Now, Steve, I don't know how much stroke I have with the commissioner these days, but would you be willing to step up and be the Rock's tag team partner tonight?
Whoa, Jim. You don't have to ask Stone Cold that. You should ask me that. I don't need a partner. I don't want a partner. And at this point in time, he'd be the last guy I would ever want as a tag team partner.
You gonna answer all my questions? Did you ask me the question?
Yes, I did.
You gonna answer all my questions?
Well, perhaps I should have asked The Rock the question. So obviously it wasn't a good question, and that's my responsibility. WrestleMania, April 1st, without a doubt, this is the most eagerly anticipated main event in WrestleMania history. This certainly could be the biggest WrestleMania in World Wrestling Federation history as well. What does Rock, the WWF Championship, as a professional, what does it mean to you, being the WWF Champion? What does that title mean to you?
Well, being the WWF Champion solidifies the fact that you are at the mountaintop, solidifies the fact that you've grabbed that brass ring. It's something I've worked very hard for my entire life because I grew up in the industry. That's the reason why I'm here in the WWF. So being the WWF Champion solidifies the fact that I'm the absolute best.
Steve, on Smackdown last week, you spoke of this hellacious journey personally for you back. Have you changed your thoughts about what this match means in the last 7 days since we talked about it?
Well, I didn't change a damn thing about what I thought. It means Stone Cold Steve Austin is back. I can stop talking about it. The journey's over. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock for the World Wrestling Federation title. That's what it is.
It certainly seems to me, and certainly not degrading the WWF title, because that's it. Anybody that passes through the doors of the WWF, as you have said, Steve, should be here for one thing and one thing only, that's to become the WWF champion. But it seems to me that thanks to Mr. McMahon assigning Stone Cold's wife, Deborah, as The Rock's manager, that has heightened, to me, the personal animosity, the personal issue between the two of you.
Well, it's heightened a lot of things. It's heightened the animosity, professional as well as personal. The fact of the matter is this, is I never asked for Deborah to be my manager, never wanted Deborah to be my manager, and I'll go on the record as saying I have no problem with Deborah personally, or professionally for that matter. But the fact of the matter is this, is she's not my responsibility. She's not my wife. She's your wife.
Let me go on record as saying that I don't like the fact that my wife is your manager because there's a conflict of interest there. If she's supposed to be your manager and I'm wrestling you for the World Wrestling Federation Championship at WrestleMania, yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. But I expect that my wife should have a career and all more power to her. I'm getting a little worked up here and I just try to settle down. And I'll tell you right now, I don't like the tone in your voice when you mention my name or my wife.
Well,
you might want to take a little bass out of your voice.
Well, I might not.
Let me go ahead and cut you off here. Let's just go ahead and take Deborah out of the equation. Bam, she's non-factor. The fact is, Rock, you got the WWF title, and I want it. Can we change the scenario? No. Just don't even worry about that. Just don't even go there. You got what I want. Enough said about that.
What do you? People are wondering what this animosity. Do you hate each other personally? What do you think of this man? He is the champion personally, as a human being.
Personally, what I think about The Rock?
Right.
He's probably a wonderful human being and a credit to the human race and a lot of people's views. In my opinion, I care less about The Rock, personally.
Your thoughts on Stone Cold as a human being, Rock? I know you're...
You know, it's no mystery. There's no mystery how I feel about Stone Cold. There's no mystery how Stone Cold feels about The Rock. We've gone from good to bad, bad to good. We've done it all across the whole spectrum. But the fact of the matter is this, professionally, I've earned his respect. Professionally, he's earned mine. When we get in that ring together, he brings out the best in The Rock. The Rock brings out the best in Stone Cold, no question. Personally, I don't like him.
I don't think we need to let this degenerate.
I'm trying to be a pro over here, right?
I hope
that ain't gonna last much longer. Keep sassing me.
Well, let's focus back on WrestleMania.
How come you never asked what the belt meant to me?
All right, good question.
You said what's it like to be back at WrestleMania. Ask me what the belt meant to me.
Okay, what does it do?
I'll paraphrase everything he said. It means I'm the number one in the industry. Bottom line. That's my opinion what the belt means to me. I just thought you should ask me the question too.
Well,
A little one-sided here if you ask me.
All right, well, I'll ask you another question if you don't mind. And that question is, as the challenger, the onus is going to be on you in the Astrodome at WrestleMania because we're looking at one fall, 60-minute time limit. He's the WWF champion. He doesn't have to beat you, but you damn sure got to beat him. Strategically, does that change game plans, mindset, or is it still full speed ahead?
It's full speed ahead because when I get in there with The Rock in the Astrodome, 65,000 screaming fans watching every single move that happens in that ring, yeah, I got to beat that man. I've never wrestled an hour in my life, but if that's what it takes to get the job done, that's exactly what I'll do. My strategy is to go in there, do whatever it takes to beat The Rock. 1, 2, 3 to become the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Rock, without revealing your hand and your strategy, your mindset as far as your approach to this as competitor to competitor.
Revealing my hand and my strategy. The fact of the matter is this, is you brought up a very good point, Jim Ross, is that The Rock doesn't have to beat Stone Cold, but Stone Cold has to beat The Rock. But as far as I'm concerned, the belt is dangling, and we're both going for it. So I got one reason, and one reason only, to go inside that ring, and that is to beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's just that simple. Well, I'm just going to go in there and back off just because I'm the champion?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I don't want you to be on defense the whole match. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you want to beat Stone Cold as much as I need to beat you, because I don't want you on defense all night long. I appreciate the fact that you want to whip my It ain't going to happen, but I appreciate your mentality.
Oh, well, I'm glad you appreciate my mentality. I'm glad you appreciate the fact that I want to whip your so much. But see how much you'll appreciate it on April 1st. See how much you'll appreciate it then.
You know what? You got that little T-shirt that says "Just Bring It" on the front of it? Well, that night when you're looking up at the lights and that little T-shirt says "Just Bring It," you will know that Stone Cold just brought of it.
Yeah? Well, you got your little T-shirt right there too, Austin 316. Austin 316 says I just whipped your right? Well, I say just bring it. You say I just whipped your So on April 1st, why don't you just come try and whip The Rock?
Obviously, the emotion, and I understand the emotion because of what's at stake. What's at stake is the WWF title at WrestleMania. But in closing this interview, and again, I appreciate your professionalism. I know it's not easy. Any closing remarks, Rock, as the champion to the challenger?
Yeah, we could talk about one fall, two falls, 60 minutes, 60 days. Talk about Deborah being my manager, whose responsibility it is. It's his wife. It's this is happening. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is April 1st, WrestleMania 17, the biggest of all time. The Rock and Austin, the biggest of all time. The fact of the matter is this, is I will give you every drop of sweat, every drop of blood, every ounce of energy I have. Win, lose, or draw, you are going to get the absolute best of The Rock at WrestleMania. And there's a reason why they call me The Rock. There's a reason why they call me the most electrifying man the world has ever seen, and all that. And there's a reason why they call me the best. Come April 1, two unstoppable forces will meet. And all questions will be answered.
Steve, your final thoughts about this match?
Yeah. Without getting overly sentimental, I'll go on the record as saying every single time that I've been in the ring with The Rock, he has brought out the absolute best in Stone Cold Steve Austin. So when I roll in to the Astrodome in WrestleMania on April 1st, do I want to beat you on a personal level? Oh, hell yeah, I do. But on a professional level, which bleeds over in my personal existence, I need to beat you, Rock. I need it more than anything that you can ever imagine. So that's the mentality I roll into the Astrodome with. The fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin is back and that I must beat The Rock to be the World Wrestling Federation champion once again. And there is no other way. There can be only one. There can be only one World Wrestling Federation champion. And that will be, Rock, when it's all said and done, Stone Cold Steve Austin, with all due respect.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck to both of you at WrestleMania.